Hey everyone, we have made it to session 8, and if you're looking ahead, session 8 is halfway through to session 16, so congratulations, you've made it halfway. That's super exciting, right? All right, we are going to talk about global stratification in this session, and the image that I have for you in Moodle is an image that is color coded that explains first world, second world, and third world countries. And let me put this caveat out here that this image was gathered at one specific period in time from one specific organization's research. So this may not be exactly correct, and it certainly is not the most accurate last 5 minutes of the world up to date. Okay, but it's just an example. So when we talk about stratification, we really talk about the layers and the levels of people. So we are organizing people in layers of their wealth. And so that's why you see this image that's got first world, second world, and third world type countries. So that is essentially leveling and labeling countries based upon their wealth. And so this particular session, when you begin, you'll start in chapter 9, which is the global stratification chapter. You're going to do quizzes 9.1 through 9.9, and then the chapter 9 quiz. And I will say this particular chapter is very interesting because it almost has a historical aspect, especially in the beginning of the chapter, that kind of gives you some background historical knowledge of how the global world has stratified people and how that looks and how that has changed over time. Now, certainly it is not a happy chapter, because when we're talking about stratifying people, we're talking about the mistreatment of people because there are others that believe they are above them. But it is interesting to see how these particular systems work around the world. Sometimes we don't even realize that some of these systems are still occurring today in our modern day society. We think about them as in the past, and they are still very much evident in our society. So I hope that you will enjoy that historical aspect of the chapter. And learning about some of the countries around the world that are still stratifying people in certain ways. You're also going to take a deep dive into what the book discusses as social class. We'll explore more on specific social class in session 9, but for session 8, this is more looking at the global social class. It's also going to explain to you how we stratify people in regards to the 3 P's, which are power, property, and prestige. And that's always interesting to kind of look at and say, wow, am I one of those people that gives power or gives prestige to people that maybe shouldn't deserve all that I give to them? The book also does a great job of explaining social class through the eyes of the 3 main sociologists that represent the 3 main theories. And so I hope that you have some time to really take in that information and grow from that chapter in just understanding the world in which we live. When you get done with that chapter work, you are going to jump into the Social Stratification Theories journal. And again, we're going to watch a crash course video in sociology that deals with why is there social stratification. You are going to, excuse me, I apologize, got a little choked up there. You are going to watch this crash course video, and then you're going to take the information discussed in the video about 2 specific theories or ideas on social stratification, and you're going to expand on them for your journal entry. So you're going to really focus when you're watching the video on what Nicole Sweeney is talking about when she discusses the Davis and Moore theory, and then what she is explaining when she talks about Karl Marx's means of production. So I just want to remind you, I know that you you know this and you are good to go, but I want to remind you that formatting is important. So we are going to copy all of the items that I have between the dotted lines and click that Start or Edit My Journal Entry button, and we are going to paste that into that entry box, and that way you have a correct set of formatting. When you are answering the questions, please remember that this is paragraph form. This is college level writing, so I am looking for a complete full paragraph when you are explaining the Davis and Moore theory to me. I am also looking for a complete college level paragraph when you are explaining Karl Marx's means of production to me. And then I want you to, sorry, I have messed that up and not done that correctly for you. Your response is supposed to be in a different colored font. I am busy talking and not paying attention to what I am doing here. Sorry about that, guys. And then the third question is also going to be in paragraph form. I am looking for a college level paragraph, but I am looking on your opinion here. So which one of those theories, the Davis and Moore theory or Karl Marx's means of production, resonates more with you? And the question says, which one do you most align with? And that doesn't mean that you have to be a true believer in what that particular theory or thought process says. It's just which one do you feel like you can understand the best. So remember, in sociology, we are not about what is right and what is wrong. We are about understanding. So just which theory there do you really understand the best? And tell me why. And it could be that you agree with more parts and pieces of that particular thought process than the other. But it could be for other examples and reasons, your experience in the world. And so just remember, there is no wrong answer for that third question, but I'm looking for a thorough explanation of why you feel that particular way. And when you get done with that journal, you double check and make sure you've got 3 good paragraphs there and that you've read through them and they make sense. Make sure they are in a different colored font, and then you're going to click that blue Save Changes button. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up your Session 8 on global stratification. As always, if you need me, send me an email immediately. Please don't wait until we get close to the deadline to ask questions. I'm always an email away.